everyone. Right, time for another flick and spin painting today. This time with a little bit of a twist. I'm gonna see about sort of doing a hybrid technique here. Hybrid as in it will be a flick and spin, but I'm thinking of doing a bloom in right in the middle. See how that looks. Right, so while I'm doing my base, I'm using, by the way, I'm using Boom gels again this time. You will find this technique an awful lot easier with thinner paints, but I'm using Boom because I just don't have, well, I don't have the time to mix my own just now. And also because they work really well with the bloom technique. So that's where I'm going with these paints. And also they have some really stunning shades. I wanted to do a tropical one, or one that has a tropical flower feel to it, and but with a black base this time. So I've just got to be mindful of the how transparent or opaque your paints are, because completely transparent paints, once they dry on a black background, they pretty much can completely disappear. Not completely if you're lucky, but I've had that happen. You know, the paint's just totally and utterly disappeared. Okay, I'm gonna say hi to Donna from It's Art by Donna M. Hi Donna. You said you were looking forward to some more tips, so here we go. I use my regular 12-inch spinner here. The canvas is a lot larger than that. This one is a, what is it now, 40 by 50 centimeters, so that's 16 by 20. So I've got these aluminium sort of flat pieces that I've cut to size, and I've used duct tape to attach them to the spinner. So you want to make sure that your spinner moves completely freely, and don't, you know, whack your paint bottles while you're doing that, like I just did cleverly. But yeah, make sure it doesn't, the canvas can't fly off by accident. Been there, done that, believe you me. But yeah, you want to make sure that the canvas has plenty of room to spin, including these handles that I've fashioned, if you like. Yeah, and that's why I'm using a kiddie pool. Plus what I've done is, once I've had my canvas in place, I took some more duct tape and I've attached the canvas in 4 places, just under here, here and there. Just laying the tape like so that it cannot, the canvas cannot move and fly off. Okay, here we go. I'm done with the base. There's plenty of black paint there, so it should move, the paint should move quite nicely. I'm using Willy Wagtail black there. Now let's go with the colors first. What I'm gonna do is lay down a puddle of black. Would help if I had the bottle open, I think. Just a, you know, good sized puddle right in the middle there. The size of this puddle doesn't need to be quite so big if you're using thinner paints, because it will again move easier. Then I'm going to put in some sterling wax white. The reason being that the black and the white react really quite nicely together. And then more black on top of the white. The white will sort of come up through the black and create some really cool looking cells. At least it does most of the time. Okay, I'm starting to run out of this black. I think I just used pretty much one whole bottle, but never mind. It's definitely worth it. Excuse me while I squirt these on top here. There we go. Excellent, there we go. Right, then on to the colors. I have some golden wattle yellow. I've shook these bottles really well beforehand already. So I am ready to just go and begin pouring. I'm gonna do a fairly sizable puddle of the yellow first. There we go. And then I have some pea flower orange. Again, trying to go with the pretty tropical feel here. And I like to, once I'm done with all my bottles, I like to close them and just give the top a wipe so you don't get a funky dried bit of acrylic on the top. Then I've got some Banksia orange. This is a semi-transparent paint. I haven't actually checked on the previous orange, the pea flower, whether it's opaque, transparent or semi. I should really do that. Then Pearlescent Sunset. This is a gorgeous pearly orange. This is a transparent one, so it's a good idea for that to go on top of the other paints. And by the way, the yellow was semi-transparent. And then finally I have a Pearlescent Watermelon, which is another transparent. And this just adds a real nice tropical red to that yellow and orange mix. Now then, I spoke about doing a hybrid kind of pour. So I have some, if I can find my mixing sticks. I have some cell activator already made up from ages ago. This is made with Australian Floetrol and some TLP, or these little piggy pigments. It's very runny. So what I'm gonna do, I need to think which way I want to go. Do I want to flick first, or do I wanna, yeah, I think I'm gonna do the bloom bit first. And I think I can put a fair bit of this here, because this is a big canvas, and yeah, I need the effect, or I'd like for the effect to be a fairly substantial looking one. See what these two paints are already doing together. I love the way that black and the white react together. It's just so gorgeous. Okay, now, oops, I am getting my airbrush gun because I'm already out of breath. I've been running around all day, so I don't want to blow this with my mouth. So excuse the small compressor sound for a second while I do this. There we go, I was putting it in the wrong direction. Right, not an awful lot of boom style reaction going on there, but I'm just gonna leave it for just for a little minute. It is reacting a little bit. I think my cell activator mix has gone perhaps a little bit too thick because I've had it in that pot for blooming ages. So yeah, that's what's happening here, but that's fine. I'm getting that really nice different sort of defined center that I want here. Now then, another tip, because this could fly just about, you know, everywhere. I have a bit of cardboard taped to the wall just there because I'm going to be flicking in that direction. Now I find that to get the best possible flick, especially with thicker paints, I personally like to flick with my middle finger and you sort of follow through. And the following through also seems to create the corkscrew type of effect a lot of the time. So let's just give it a try, see what happens. There we go, that's the first one. Bit more oomph in the next one, I think. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. I love that reaction there. That's very cool. And I just don't want to lose all of that center, but if I do, I have a plan. I'm gonna do the bloom thing again in there. That's better. Yeah, I'm losing the center, so in hindsight I should have done the flicking first and then gone with the bloom, but like I said, never mind, it's okay, because I can do that now. I'm just going to let the paint settle a little bit. I am not touching that anymore at this stage, although I am tempted. Oh, look at that corkscrew there, that's really cool. However, a lot of that will be lost in the spinning process. So I've got sort of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things coming off here already. I don't think I want to do anymore. I'm gonna leave it. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna leave it. Now the center has settled, so I'm gonna get some more cell activator. Let's try another one. That's perhaps a little bit thinner. Yeah, this is a much better consistency, much runnier. It hasn't sort of lost a lot of its well, it hasn't, oh my goodness, I can't think. Yeah, it hasn't gone too thick. This is a permanent red violet light, which is an Amsterdam shade. So I'm just gonna pop a bit of that there in the middle and just do the same with the air gun in just a second. Let that sit just for a few seconds to let it start reacting there. There's some extremely cool cell action going on here, even if I say so myself already. So I'm now wondering whether I want to torch this first and then spin. I'm just going to give it a little think while I do the boom bit. Would help if I held this the right way up. Okay, I am done here. Now for the real tons and tons of fun part. I need to spin this a lot, but I will torch it first just to get those few cells and whatnots activated. That I should lose that blob there. If not, we'll help it along. I don't like it right there. And yeah, again, because these are really thick paints, I know I need to really whack this around hard. And that's where this kiddie pool comes in really handy. Actually, I've got the kiddie pool, or a very similar one that I use in my description if you want to have a look. This is excellent. I like it because it's not a blow-up one, so I can just fold it away and be done with it until the next time. But because the sides can sag a little bit, you're meant to have it obviously filled with water to hold it steady. Then you've just got to make sure that the nothing catches on the side. So just a gentle spin first, and I think we're good to go. Just another check. Make sure nothing's catching anywhere. I need to just push that in there. Okay, let's go. You can probably hear the splatters. Means that the paint is already flying off. Let's just... No, nothing's moving, that's fine. There we go. Now we're getting some proper paint flying action. And when I'm using the thinner paints and I have a ton of paint on the canvas, I can gauge whether I've gotten rid of enough of the paints by the splatter sounds. Once that they start diminishing, then I know that I'm close to done. Actually, you know, this is happening here. Everything is falling more in this direction because I failed to get my spinner complete and the canvas completely level. I thought I had it level, but apparently not entirely. But that's cool because I am a big fan of negative space. So what we're gonna do there, just give me a second, I'm gonna grab just want to grab another bottle of the black from my stash. I find it's good to have tons and tons of black and white ready to go. So we're just going to get rid of that and just let gravity do what it wants to do here. And that way I'm going to end up with some negative space just there and on this side as well. So I'm going to lean towards the fact that it's not completely level. So let's go again. Yeah, I'm liking the way that looks. That is really cool. Very different from a lot of my flick and spins. I have a lot more paint, which means there's a lot more going on here, but that is absolutely fine. It's good to have pieces that look different from one another, don't you think? Would be quite boring if they were all the same. There's a lot going on in this one and I like it. Definitely has a tropical feel. And I love what's happened to the black and white reactions just here. I can see that I need a bit more black paint just there. Just so that I can get the paint to fall off the edge. Right there. And also that yellow doesn't look like it belongs there, so let's just get rid of it there. Oh, and that corner is about to give me grief. I can see the sort of canvas almost showing through. I'm a bit nervous because this is a repurposed canvas. I gessoed it quite a few days ago, so fingers crossed. The gesso has properly cured underneath. I think gesso needs 3 days to cure properly, and this has been at the very least a week, so we should be fine. Right, I am not hearing many paint splatters anymore. You can see I keep reattaching the tape. Reason being that I went running around half my local area for several hours before I got around to the doing the painting itself. But just one more spin and then I'm done. And there we go, a hybrid flick and spin boom creation. It looks like a very explosive flower. There's some really cool cells and some really cool colors going on. So I'll bring you in for a close-up. So here we are. You know what? I changed my mind. It's nothing like a tropical flower anymore. It's like a, I don't know, crazy, almost volcanic eruption that you're looking at from above. Almost like an underwater explosion thing. But yeah, what do you think? Let me know what this makes you think of. But I wanted to bring you in close, and I've got my flash on at this stage because I want to show you the shimmer I'm getting from the pearlescent boom gel, so you can really see it on the edges just there. Looks gorgeous. That'll be really nice once it dries and is finished. I think this is a candidate for perhaps a resin finish. But these cells, oh my goodness, the combination of the boom and the bloom, yeah, the bloom technique and the boom cell. Look at those multicolored little baby cells. They are just so gorgeous. I can't believe it. I am really, really chuffed with that. And I'm happy there's still some negative space left. So let me know what you think. I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment. And if you haven't already, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel and left a like. Right, I am done for today, and thanks so much for joining me, and I'll speak to you again soon. Bye.